How many times have you heard, think about it? I say, dump it. I don't care. I don't care whether you want to think about it or not. Replace this statement, think about it. Because if it is not about act on it, think about it. How does it matter? Synapse, where thought meets action. Take away the action. Does the thought matter? Doesn't matter. We talk about inclusivity. I say, how did exclusion happen in the first place? First, we allowed exclusion to happen, marginalization to happen, isolation to happen, discrimination to happen, stereotypical thinking to happen. And then we talk about inclusivity. Millions have suffered and continue to suffer with mental illnesses, families, friends, because of this narrative which has just continued. And gradually, rather than being a part of humankind, our society, the marginalization happened, exclusion happened. So that's why, don't think about it. You act on it. You're at your college. You see a bullying happen, a bullying episode happen. You know bullying is wrong. You know the bully may struggle for the rest of their life. Yet, the bystander has apathy and bullying continues. Years back, and years back, when I was in college, bullying, ragging was there. Several generations after, it's still there. In fact, we've even added trolling and cyberbullying to it. Rather than reducing it, we've just added one more element to it. Because we don't act. All it could have taken that one bystander to act for the bullying to stop. But the bystander did not. And that is the difference between thought and action. You'll keep hearing words like intent, intentionality, I didn't mean it. I don't care. I don't care what your intent is. Show me the action. Who's going to keep wasting their time trying to evaluate what your intent was? I don't have the time. No one else has time with you. Millions have suffered because you never had the time for mental health. And don't allow yourself to believe that mental health has become a priority. It has not. Look around. Where is the action? Your social media feed does not mean that mental health is prioritized. That's an algorithm. You see something, you get something, it becomes a cycle, that's about it. The number of people who need help and the number of people who seek help, the difference is unbelievable. Those who don't seek help is 3 in 4. Which means we've been able to reach 1 in 4. Which means 3 in 4 people are excluded, marginalized, stigmatized, struggling in silences because we didn't act and we don't act. And that difference is of insight. Intellectual insight, emotional insight. I know, intellectual insight. I won't do anything about it, intellectual insight. I do something about it and actually do it is the emotional insight. Life is not coffee table discussion. No problems are solved over your conversations. Problems are solved by your actions. I've been, we use this term a lot. Young people use it a lot more. Call to action, right? Why do you need a call? Why do you need a call for your action? If a class starts at 8, you don't need an alarm. Get up, go there, be on time. Why should somebody call you and say, come, this is the time to start your session or class? Your life, your action. Why do you want a call? We wait for a call to happen from somewhere else so that we may eventually decide for an action. I don't want to give you a call to action. I just want your action. I'm tired of trying to call people and do something about mental health. Give me your action, whatever little it is. And you don't need somebody else to tell you what to do. You know it. When I gave the bullying example, you know it. This could have been a conversation on substance use. You know it. This could have been an example of writing a negative message on social media. You know it. The difference is there you decided to not pause, not delete, but enter. You should have, on the contrary, deleted the person trolling, blocked the person trolling. When you read about somebody being harsh, unfair, incorrect, when it comes to the idea of mental health, block, delete. That's your action. And you drown the negative conversation with positive conversations. That's your action. You can't control somebody else's action, but you can yours. Surely, you can write about and talk about mental health in a sensitive, empathetic manner. Humankind, human plus kind, human, humane, kind, kindness. It's all action. Being humane is action. That's how humanity happens. Being kind is an action. It's not a thought. That's how action happens. For years, I've been talking about a chisel in the hand. That mental health is this gigantic mountain wall, and we all have a chisel in our hand, and let's try and make a window. Throw the chisels. Blast the wall off. There is no time. By the time we'll create a small little window here and there, millions more will suffer because we don't act. There's a concept of neuronal hijack. I go to an examination, I know it all very well, but I get anxious. So my anxiety pathways hijack what I remember about my test. And the moment I come out of the hall, there I'm not able to write. I come back, come out, the anxiety is now gone. I'm able to recollect all over again the neuronal hijack. Now, how about we pick this concept up and implement it to the action for mental health. There is a narrative out there. Stigma, stereotype, discrimination, misinformation. There is negativity out there.
endless trolling, endless negative comments. So this time, without a chisel, let's just make a flyover. Let's figure a way to go around it rather than trying to break it, because it's going to take a long time. And you don't need a call to that action, you just need the action. That's how you prioritize mental health. It's not a statement. Mental health is a universal human right. It is. Now what? Celebrate a day, make a few posters, write a hashtag. If hashtags solve problems, we shouldn't have had problems. If a hashtag trending every few minutes. Action. That's the only thing that matters. So think about it, dump it. Call to action, you don't need a call. You choose your action. You don't need to be a mental health professional to contribute to mental health. You need to be a part of humankind. Empathy, kindness, action, responsibility, sensitivity. Not too tough. Don't do exclusion. You will not need to talk about inclusivity. Why exclude? Don't marginalize. You won't talk about mainstreaming. It's very simple. Choose actions that matter. You are a neuron. I am a neuron. This is a synapse. You are a neuron. You're a neuron. That's a synapse. This is a reflection of the society. Millions of neurons, billions of synapses. Let the thought go. Bring the action. Psychological first aid, you and I can do. Psychological safety, you and I can do. Positive, honest, sincere, empathetic, responsible, correct information, you and I can do. Not being harsh, not discriminating against when it comes to mental health, that's what you and I can do. Standing up for the rights, you and I can do. That's it. That's your synapse. This is where you decide, would thoughts meet action or not? And if they do, you act now. Act now for the cause of mental health.